we're gonna sit with those legs crossed. Just find a super comfy position. This, if your legs are up around here, it doesn't matter. As long as you're comfortable, it's okay. We're gonna build stretch, yeah? We're gonna work through that. So, I want you to reach your arms all the way out to the side and stretch them to the ceiling. And then release them down by your sides. And when I start to move, whether it's a Pilates class, whether it's a reformer session, whether it's a run, whether it's a weight session, no matter how I'm choosing to move that day, just keep moving the arms. I always like to set myself a little intention, yeah? Because goals are great, but sometimes they can be a little bit long-term for your body. Reach the arms overhead and stay here, okay? And I want you to start to draw a little circle over your head, like you're tracing around like a really wide-brimmed hat or a halo. And you'll notice my ribs are moving. Let them go. So my intention for me for you today, and if you want to take this into your movement today, amazing. Or if you want to pick something that's more personal to you, go for it. But when I think about strength and stretch, and in movement in general, I want to feel empowered. Pause and reverse. I want to feel strong in my body. And sometimes that means reminding myself that when something feels tough, when something feels challenging, I'm able, I'm here, I've shown up, my body is ready. Challenge is not bad. Yeah, breathe into it. And every time you take a nice deep breath in, give yourself a word. Reach the arms up and take the arms down. We're going to take that nice big side bend to one side and reach. I like to breathe in words like powerful, strong, capable. Reach. Good. Proud of yourself that you showed up. How cool is it that your body can do this? Yeah? I like to remind myself of that on my runs, especially when they start to feel a little burny. Really good. I'm working on a fast 5K time and it starts to get challenging. But I show up. I'm there. I know I'm strong. I know I'm capable. I also know and acknowledge that it hurts. Yeah, sometimes moving is tough. Those muscles are working hard, but I'm ready. You are ready. Okay, let's do one more either side. Reach. So good. Last one, you guys. Amazing. Good. Okay, go ahead. Spin yourself around. And we're going to take it lying all the way down on the mat. Okay, we're going to do some bridging to start like we did last week. Stand into your feet, arms heavy by your side. Feel your arm bones drop through the mat. Take an in-breath, and on your out-breath, just press your feet through the floor. And then reach your knees over your toes to the edge of the mat. Use that to pick the pelvis up. Stretch and strength. Stretching in the front of the body, strengthening in the back of the body. Drop the front body through the back body. Amazing. Again, press. And I always say here at Flex in the City, you cannot have stretch without strength, and you cannot have strength without stretch. It's that balance, yeah, that sweet and sour. Good. Reach the knees. So good. Really good. And in order to get into those hamstrings, in order for those glutes and hamstrings in the back of your legs to work, the front of your body needs to pay out. It needs to open. Let's go ahead and add some arms. Two-way stretch. I stretch forward with my knees. I stretch overhead with my arms. I roll the front body into the back body. Yes. We reach. Nice. And release. Let's forget about exercise for a minute, yeah? Let's think about movement. Fluid and flowing. And movement doesn't have a picture-perfect way to do it, yeah? Movement is you. It is you in your body. You are strengthening it. You are stretching it. Moving is more than exercise. This is your insurance policy, yeah? This is really building connection into your joints, making them more stable,
making them more resilient. I want a body that's strong, but I also want a body that's really resilient. Stay up for me. Now, if it's too much to hold the hips here and the arms overhead, please keep continuing as you were. That's level 1. Level 2, hips stay up, arms press. And reach, arms press. And reach, and know that if it ever gets a little spicy for you this evening, you've got 2 options. You either go back to the version before, or you breathe, you remind yourself that you can, and you just try. Be curious, don't judge, be curious with that movement. Arms down, body down, we're there. Amazing. Go ahead, send one leg out the length of the mat, leg slides, and take it all the way back in. Leg slide. I'm just going to lift my head, keep yours down. I'm just being gently stabbed by a hair clip here. So I'm going to reposition it. I will probably look insane when I get back up, but you'll know why. Reach. And then stretch that front hip. Good. And in. Do it once more for me. Stretch that front hip. And in. Other leg. Active leg. Reach it. Return. We're using this to help you stabilize the pelvis in neutral. Reach. Good. Hips and ribs can see each other. Let's do 2. Alright, you guys. This is your level 1, okay? We're going to alternate. Reach and in. Other leg. Stretch and in. If that's enough for you, please stay there. Otherwise, go ahead and take your legs into tabletop. We're going to send one leg away from you, the other knee pulls into your chest. Now this leg stretches, hamstring and glute starts to work with it. Pull it in. Other leg reaches and return. Reaches, hip open, so good you guys. Well done. Reach and in. I will always tell you when there's a change coming up. So feel free to look away from the camera. You don't need to look at me. You can just tune into you. Last one. All right, let's pause for a change. If you can, roll the upper body off the mat. Really roll your shoulders forward. Interlace your hands and make a little hammock for your head. This is more advanced. Stay here for as long as you can. Reaching one leg forward, other leg in. And swap. As soon as it starts to feel too much, if you're feeling that neck, go ahead and drop it. You can drop that head, neck, and shoulders anytime. This, you guys, is stretch and strength. 8, I know you're feeling that strengthening in your abdominals. I hope you are. I am. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs pull in, so good. Reach the legs towards the ceiling. Bend the knees, allow the ankles to drop down. If you want to reach forwards with your arms, that's going to be a little easier than having your hands behind your head. As you're stretching the legs, the weight of that thigh bone drops. I know this is a challenge. You know this is a challenge. You don't need me to tell you. Do your legs need to be straight? No. Go where they work for you. All right, one more time. Stay. Upper body comes down, keep those legs there. Now reach. Slow it down, okay? This leg that's moving away from your torso is a weight for your abdominals. Treat it the same way as you would if you were lifting a weight at the gym, yeah? Respect. Slow it down. Respect your core. Reach the leg away from you. That hip opens. We stretch and strengthen. We're going to do that one more time. Reach it away. This is modified scissors. Okay, let's go other side. Reach. Please don't push it so you feel anything in your hamstring. What I want you to think about is that beautiful glidey roller ball of your thigh bone in your hip socket. One more time. Good. Now you have that choice. If you're ready, upper body comes off the mat. One leg down. And swap. The leg that comes in towards you is as important, if not more important, than the leg that reaches away. Your lower back stays on the mat. We've got 4. Breathe with me for 3. Thank you, 2. And one leg up. Knees fold. Really sit down. You guys are halfway there. circle the legs. You are doing it. Good, and reverse again. What is your word? What is your intention? Power in that body, okay? When you're ready, we're gonna send the arms all the way overhead. Now, I'm gonna show you the modified version first. We hold the knees in. If you wanna do this with me, go for it. Otherwise, just enjoy a stretch. Modified roll up is you're wearing your leg boots. We press the thigh bones into your hands. We roll the body up, and then we roll the body down. That's version 1. If you want to make it a little bit more advanced, good. You've got stretch and strength in both of these. Arms overhead. Now I want you to stretch yourself. You're being pulled by your arms. You're being pulled by your legs. Remember last week we were lying on that sheet. I want you to pick that sheet up over your head. Carry your upper body, mid body, lower body. Stretch to your toes. Roll it back. Drop your body back into that sheet. Biggest stretch ever. Arms overhead. 2 more. Roll. Breathe. Reach. And all the way. And take it down. Nice and relaxed. Good. Remember last week I said you could hum, you could sing, you could count out loud, talk to the cat, whatever you need to do in this to make sure you're still breathing. Reach it. All right, you guys, we're going to roll it back down. Yes, you are flying it. Arms overhead, circle them to your sides. Bend your knees. Okay. Remember that bridge exercise that we started with? We're going to return. This is your challenge. Take your time, breathe with it. If at any stage you want to return to just bridge, please do. When you're ready, we're going to stand into the feet, reach the knees over the toes. Now, drop your pelvis a little lower. So you've got about a fist distance between your low back and the mat. Send your seat bones to your heels. So we're just sliding that way a little bit. Good, heavy arms. Now, challenge. Stand in your right leg. Slide your left leg out and just hover it off the mat. My leg is usually sort of halfway up my other shin. Breathe. Now, am I ready? Can I straighten this leg more? I'm going to take it to the ceiling. I'm going to lower it down. I'm stretching and I'm strengthening that standing leg. Do that one more time. Reach it. This is so good for building strength in the back of you. Stay with that leg. Take your toes and reach it to the edge of that mat. Circle the legs. 5, 4. I know what you're thinking about me. Let's do it. 2 more. 1 more. Reverse. 5, 4, 3. You got it. 2 and 1. Drop the leg. Slide it in. Drop your backside. Well done. What we do on one side, we've got to go to the other side. Stand into your feet. Reach your knees. Open the hips. So good. Drop the pelvis. Slide your seat bones a little more towards your heels to get that connection behind you. Slide your other leg away, standing really strong in that standing leg. Hover it, mean stretch. We're going to take it up. Mean that connection. 2 more, sweep. Super, you guys, 1 more time. Good, I can feel your effort. Reach your toes away from you, circle it. 5, yes. 4, sending your heel in that standing leg. 3, 2, 1, reverse. 5, so good. 4, 3, balance the pelvis. Right hip and left hip matching. 1, drop the leg, slide it in, drop the body, you got it, pull the knees in. Go ahead and just circle out on that mat. Well done. And reverse it. You're about 2/3 of the way through your whole workout today. Go ahead, rock and roll yourself up to seated. Okay, from here you guys, we are going to spin it all the way over onto all fours. We're just going to be here for a set. And then we're going to start to work through the back of your body a little more. So from here, we're going to sit back into your heels. Take it forward into your hands. Just a little reset. Just reminding that core what's going on. Nice. 1 more time. Really good. And stay. Okay.
When you're ready, I want you to walk your hands a little further forwards, walk your knees a little further back, and let's do the same thing. So we get a little bit more stretch. Good. Tip into almost that half plank. Really nice. Once more, reach, return, and then go ahead. Start to drop your thighs into the mat and take your whole body down. Okay. We're going to have those legs dropping down to the mat. The wider your legs, the more manageable. The closer your legs, the more challenging. So play around with where it feels good to you. What I don't want is a big arch in that back. So allow your back to just drop. Let the front of your pelvis open. Back of your pelvis is heavy. Let your core kind of press gently through the floor. Try not to pull your belly button up. I know sometimes you might have heard like pull your belly button away, make sure it doesn't squash the ground, let it go. Use the floor. Yeah, you got it for a reason. I want you to take your hands, stack one on top of each other, head to your hands. Think about how wide your elbows are and send your elbows wider as you just lift your head and your upper chest only. And return back down. 2 more. Front body stretches, back body strengthens. And return. Do that one more time. Gently float. Excellent. And reverse it. Relax it all the way down. I want you to take your arms by your sides, palms to the ceiling. This exercise is called dart. So I want you to imagine the crown of your head as the pointy tip of a dart reaching out. Hover your nose, lift the arms, start to turn the palms to your hips, reach your fingertips to your ankles, and allow that to lift the back. And let the lower back go. Don't squeeze anything, just reach. And think about opening wide as opposed to lifting high. And return it down, arm roll. Again, reach. Allow your abdominals to push into the mat, but lift them up. And return. One more time. Turn and reach. Yes. And return. Take the hands and stack them under the head again. We're going to lift the right leg and lower it down. I want you to think about the hamstring and the glute instead of that lower back, okay? Reach out through your toes, and I want you to stretch the legs so far that it starts to float off the mat. My leg is maybe not even a full inch off the mat. Height is not important, but length is. If I try to take my leg high, I'm going to get into my lower back. That's not wrong, that's biomechanically what should happen. But I don't want that in this exercise. I want glutes and hamstrings. Good. Because this is going to make us more efficient. This is going to help us meet gravity. This is going to help us with walking. One more time, reach it, stay there, and lower the leg. Other leg. Send it long and just float it. As that leg floats, keep repeating this. The other leg just starts to drop through the floor. Let's do it 3 times. Reach the leg, stretch it. Good. 2 more. And what's stretching? The front body. What's lengthening? The front body. What's strengthening? The back body. Hold that leg up. Take the other leg up and now straighten them. And you'll know when they're straight because it'll start to work the hamstrings a little more. I always like to cheat a little here. Start to swim your legs. Good. Breathing is super important here. 1 more. And reach. Pause the legs. Relax them. Send the arms forwards. Okay. We're going to take a breath. I want you to pick your arms up. Pick your head up and put it between the arms. And lower back down. This is tough going, yeah? Take your time. Front body gets longer. Back body gently pulls you up. And we return. 2 more. Front body gets longer. Back body lifts you. Shoulder blades sitting super happy on your ribs. 1 more time, guys. Hold it. Alright, stay with me. Reach your legs out. Stretch the fingers. Stretch the toes.
Swing the arms and the legs. If this is too much, just your legs and drop your upper body. That's your beginner version. Legs only. The advanced is arms and legs in here. Breathing is the best thing you can do here, as well as reaching forwards with the arms, reaching back with the legs. You're not aiming for height. You're aiming for breath and length. 4 more. 3 more. 2 times. And 1. Ooh, lower all the way down. So good. Last little bit of work like this. Elbows to the mat. Shoulders just over your elbows. Lift the chest. Then relax. And then lift the chest. Okay. I want you to allow that body to just stretch out in the front. So open out those collarbones. Pull the elbows back a little. We're going to take one leg, fold it in. You're going to feel that hamstring pretty quick. Send the leg out, hover it. If you need to drop it, absolutely do. Otherwise, hover the knee. We kick, stretch. Stretch the front of the leg is your goal here. And you will, trust me, get that strength in the back of the leg. I've got pointed toes here. If you can point them, amazing. If that doesn't feel good to you this evening, it's totally fine. We're going to do both versions. And if you need to just let your foot relax, if it's cramping, go there. Okay, flex the foot. Squeeze, stretch. Front hip opens. That's what's the work here. 2 more. Kick, and away. 1 time. Kick, and away. Let that leg down. Okay, reset. Maybe push yourself up a little more. Other leg. Kick, and stretch. And kick, and reach. In, and out. Well done, guys. You are so close to the end of this. Kick, and away. Super. Kick. Are we still feeling strong? Are we still feeling stretched? Pause. Heel. Are we still appreciating the fact that even though it's a bit of a challenge, we feel those muscles? Good. We're alive. We're breathing. We're kicking and screaming. 2 more. All right. Now your beginner version is to go 1 leg, kick, and out. Other leg, kick, and out. Advance is both together. Kick, and out. Kick, and out. Avoiding any major movement in the body, yes? Just those legs. Kick, and out. 2 more. Kick, out. Kick, and out. Stay. And let yourself come down. My hands are going to be under my shoulders. I'm going to roll myself all the way back to my heels and just stretch. Inhale and let the back ribs open, stretch, lengthen. Let me give myself a little wiggle side to side. You've got about 10 seconds of a challenge left. All right, that's all. Stick with me. You will be so glad you did. Come back to all fours. Hands on the mat. I'm going to tuck my toes and I'm going to sit halfway back to my heels. Okay, we did a little bit of this last week, so we're improving, yeah? We're progressing. Hands reaching forward, feet pressing back, and we hover your knees. Here's your challenge. Coming up after this, drop your knees. So beginner version, lift and lower those knees. Sending them up forwards with your hands and almost backwards with your feet. Ooh, you'll feel that core leg right up. Okay. Advanced version, lift the knees, stretch the legs, be here with me in front. All right, how are we doing? We're going to sit back in your heels, advanced, stretch it. But again, don't be afraid of it. Advanced is just a word. Pilates is just a word. It doesn't really mean advanced. You might find something that's labeled beginner relatively easy, and something, or relatively challenging, and something that's labeled advanced relatively easy. It all depends on your body. Don't be afraid to move. Think of how a kid moves. Yeah, they try everything. You see them climbing on things and you go, oh my God, what are they doing? And they're always fine. Good. Nice. 1 more time. Okay. Send your hips to the ceiling. Stretch. Slowly unravel. Drop the knees. Well done. Breathe. Go ahead and roll it up, you guys. This is it, your last challenge. Tuck your toes.
Sit back into your heels. Press. If you haven't tried to come into a plank before, do it now for me. Press the mat away. Slide the shoulder blades around your ribs. Hips go up. Heels reach low. So good. Walk your hands back. You have made it all the way through. Soften your knees, nothing in your hamstrings yet. Roll yourself up. Roll your pelvis around your thigh bones. Ooh, take yourself standing. All right, give yourself a step. Let's finish out grounded. Stand into your feet. Soften into your knees. We're going to take a nice big breath. And really let it go. Start to just bounce through your legs. Yeah? Good. So if I spin sideways, not lifting my heels, I'm not doing anything, except I'm letting those muscles release all of that energy you've worked up so much. And hopefully you'll be going to bed soon. So we want to get rid of that energy. Yeah, let it go. Let that energy go down to the ground. You've done your work. Start to let your heels lift. Good. And then if you can, have a gentle bounce. Good. This is still super fine if there's anything going on in those knees, because you're not bouncing through your joints. You see, my knees don't really take any work. This is fascia. This is connective tissue. But if you are feeling anything, keep it here. Yeah? Only work where you're ready. Let your arms flop. And then take it back to just your heels tapping. Good. Keep your heels down. And really slowly let yourself come back to center. Amazing. I'm going to take one arm up. Big side reach. And take it back. Other arm, slide the ribs over each other. And back. One more other side, reach it. And take it back. Other side, reach it. And back. Two to the ceiling. And that bouncing, you guys, so good to do during the day as well, just to settle yourself.